Hello, friends, and welcome back to Sunday Scaries. This is Silent Hill F, a game where I mostly get beat up by my dead friends from school who, it turns out, actually hate my guts. They actually hate my guts. So that's the plot, as far as I can tell. Of this game. I am playing it on easiest mode. Just trying to survive. You know? Hello again, Rose. It's been a long time since we were last together. I'm sure I'm standing in front of the shrine because I prayed at it. Okay. So, I'm supposed to go up there, yeah? That's what we think. Yes, that's what we determined. We gotta just go. Go up there. Check if there's anything going on here. Aha.
あのでかいやつどこ行った
All right. Where's Jenny? I think Jenny has some family stuff. Taking her, she was taking cousins shopping and out to dinner. A lot of family stuff this weekend. I'm gonna pray again so that when I inevitably die, I don't have to go back there and pick up those capsules again. Okay, so this is the way to, well, where we're trying to go to school. I forget what our mission is. Head to Shu's house. Okay. Do we think that's his house? That's the shrine. All right, there's nothing circled down in town. So I don't think, and we killed her last week. Again, presumably she was already dead. This is our friend who lives at the shrine. That's her house. Presumably that's the shrine itself. This is the rice field. And then that's where all the scarecrows were, over there. And we took that to go, this is where our friend tried to push us down the stairs. So I think we probably have to go up that path, but I'm gonna finish checking out. I found stuff in here before. I think it's probably, yeah, it looks like you can only find stuff once. Okay. All righty. Oh, and also one thing I did find, let's open the journal. One thing I did find is I was just curious how far in this game I was, slash how big of a game it was, kind of. So some very cautious Googling. I have done some very cautious Googling. And I have found a one sentence or two sentence description of each chapter. So Ebi Sugeoka 1, which is chapter 1. That was like when we leave our house to meet our friends in town. Then the next chapter is Shrine Path, which was the first time we went to the other realm. Then Ebi Sugeoka 2, where we are exploring the rice fields, which we did. Then Corridors, which is the next town. Corridors, which was the second time we went to the other realm. And now we're in Ebi Sugeoka 3. Okay. And so there are a total of 6 chapters named after the town. And then each of those are interspersed with chapters that are not named after the town. So I would say we're maybe a third of the way through it. Maybe. So not as bad as I was thinking. I was thinking maybe we'd made like 0 progress whatsoever. But we have in fact made some progress. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go okay, so we're supposed to be going up the mountain, but that's blocked. I wonder if the part of this game that's most difficult for everyone else is how to get anywhere, because that's my biggest struggle. I wonder if I'm looking at the rice paddy, and I wonder if that path that seems to bisect it, I wonder if we need to go back there. Or the rice field. I wonder if we can get to it from here. It doesn't look like it. I think that's the water that hydrates the field. Or hydrates? I mean, I guess it is hydrating it, but irrigates is probably what it means. So if we can't go up there and we can't go back there, then we've got to go back towards town? Maybe? Oh well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, I don't seem to be able to get through there. So I'm going to go down to where there's that out arrow to see if I can go back through that building and get back into town that way, possibly. And if not, I guess we'll keep looking. This area is from a boss fight that... Oops, I went a little too far. All right. So I like jumped out this window, I think. Yeah. Looks like I can't jump in that window. Oh, here's our friends. Okay. No, there are no monsters on.
君っていつまでひなこのこと相棒って呼ぶの？相棒なんて呼び方、小学生の男子みたい。
相棒は相棒さ。俺は相棒を女扱いしてない。
No good.
そうだな。された覚えもない。
立ち話は終わりだ。行くぞ。
Okay, so they got us through. Okay, so sometimes you just have to like... Maybe if we hadn't taken a break, I would have remembered I was just meeting up with my friends and it would have been okay. All right, let's go check out this area. See if there's anything to pilfer. Okay. Just a lot of walking around in the fog, waiting for something to bite you. Okay, so we definitely want to go up. That's the way forward. So I am just gonna see around these houses a little bit and maybe go down towards the town to see if there's anything I can like pick up. Because we have found some things by walking towards houses and such. I do think I might have checked out these houses before, though. That little pile of leaves drying looked familiar, and this courtyard looks familiar, so perhaps I've already been through here. I must have, because there's not anything. we got a buddy. All right, going up the mountain. Going up the mountain. To get beat up by my friends because I don't actually have any friends. I am clearly the school loser. Maybe I'm not supposed to be going here. Okay. Not supposed to be going here. That's not the answer. Back down the mountain we go. Okay. Well, I don't know how to get there other than to go back to town. So I'm just gonna, now my plan is just to go back to town. Okay, so there's a candy type monster in the rice field on the left. I saw her earlier. Oh, there they are. There are some.
妙な宇宙人がどんどん増えてっただろうが。
ひなこってシュウ君と話すときは男の子みたいな喋
What
り
the
方だよ
hell
ね。
is this?
昔の癖が今も抜けないからかな。
俺たちは幼い頃からの付き合いだからな。
ふん。だから男女の関係にはならなかったってわけ。
Hi, Steph. How are you? The hater who pushed us down the stairs last week just said we sound manly when we talk to the guy. Ooh, journal updated. Space Wars. This is a game that Shu and I played together when we were kids. Basically, aliens known as the Galactic Imperium would arrive in UFOs in droves and we would fight them to protect the town. Playmates would come and go. We called them new recruits and fallen ones, respectively, and in the end, Shu and I were the only ones left standing to combat the Galactic Imperium. Space Wars wasn't just about fighting evil with laser guns, though. We'd pretend to analyze the enemy by drawing alien sketches. During PE, we'd say that class was a training camp for the Space Army. I think we played with dolls too. Right, I think that's when we were training in first aid in order to assist the injured. Okay. Yeah, I really like the journal. Just generally, I was kind of trying to think of how to make something that looked like this to use to do some kind of like journaling, maybe for a solo RPG notebook or something. Something with like the aged parchment look and then these washed out watercolor type drawings. I think would be fun with occasional pops of color, or maybe like a signature color. Like in this one, you know, red is kind of the signature color. I'm just gonna keep walking along the main road. I mean, I don't know what else to do, so. She and I are just missing each other. It's just like, well, now she's not missing anymore. Yeah, the journal art is really fun. Hey. Hi, Kitty. Nice to see you. Yeah. It's very serious. Hold on, let me turn this keyboard off for you. There you go. Now you can stand on the keyboard. Yeah, I lost a sleeve. Things are not going well in the wardrobe department. A late night cup of Joe. Yeah, she's Candy. And this is actually, I think, technically, this is Candy 2.0. This is a more advanced Candy than the original Candy. But she is a Candy. She has the same body type as the original Candy, so we're keeping it Candy. I'm gonna crawl into bed. Do it. Yeah, Candy is such a loser. Such a loser. Yeah. Hi, Kitty. Say hi, Steph. Oh yeah, just lick my love off. Mm-hmm. Just shower every time I touch you. Yeah. All right, Kitty. We're trying to do serious business, okay? Do you care about serious business at all? No. No serious business, only boops. Okay, yeah. Just curl up on the keyboard. Do it. Just curl up on the keyboard. You love it. You love curling up on the keyboard. No, she doesn't. All right. We're gonna try to get back to it. Oh, I lost my Are you serious? Wow. What? Look, I know you don't understand time or probably much English. However, your days and nights of suffering will be ending soon. Okay? They will be ending soon. We're going to get back to a schedule that you're more comfortable with. All right? There you go. Yeah, curl up right there. That's a good, no? Okay. You know what, on that? Okay. All right, there you go. You got it? You got it? You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Good. Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, I came for Silent Hill. What's with like cat petting? That's not very scary at all. Okay. What do we think my dumb little school friends are? Okay. Oh. Hinako, we gotta work on aim. Part of that's on me. But you're supposed to be focusing. Ugh. Oh, we're dead. We're dead, kitty. We're dead. We're dead. Yeah. What are we gonna do, huh? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Yeah. Do you even care that I'm dead? I mean, I just pinned a comment you made. That's all I did. I'm not actually gonna hold you accountable for it. You know, I don't, holding people accountable, like, that's not a huge skill set of mine. Other than not buying books. That's my main area of expertise. Now there's two of them. There's one behind me. I need to get past this one so they're not, so I'm not surrounded. Oh, jeez. Ooh. I do not remember there being 3 of them last time. Jack is shaking at her. Jack's the only one that listens to me. I don't think Jack watches the Silent Hill streams, but shout out to Jack for being the one person who actually doesn't buy stuff when I say not to buy stuff. Okay, so there we are. Ugh. Okay. Okay, we got candies. Blob monsters. No, I don't want to go around.
私たちの千鶴やどうしてこんな
中学校の方へ向かってそこから山道を登ろう。だいぶ遠回りになるが
Boundaries, Candy,
街を
boundaries.
避けられる。よし、行こう。
Okay, so has the kitty, are you, stop biting my hands, please. Oh my. All right, so we're trying to figure out where the school is now. Do any of these buildings look school-like? That's a house. Cut through alleyways towards the school. Do you think... Well, I really can only go down the road, I guess, to the red splotches, and then I guess we'll figure it out, question mark? Cut through alleyways towards the middle school. Hmm. Okay, here. Just put your, no, just go over there. That, oh. Cats. Yeah, I said cats. I said cats in a tone. I did. What are you so mad about? Kitty's had enough of stream miss, live miss. She has had enough. She has had enough. Okay, good. Great. Okay, 2 packed cases in the car and water is boiling for instant coffee. Progress, progress, progress. Time to fold laundry and pack case 3. You got this. Hmm. She's put her hand on her paw, her paw on the controller. All right, well, let's at least save at this shrine so that we can come back here next time we die. I think we just have to go into the flower area and maybe something will become clear, because I really don't see anything that looks like a middle school other than maybe that building, but I don't know. So into the gross part of town. Okay. Have Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time. Yeah, you could have Wheel of Time done by March. Yeah, definitely. That would be easy. Wheel of Time. Yeah. Wheel of Time. It's a light read, Kitty. You would be into it. Okay, so I can't go, so that blocks me. All right. And that's blocking me there. If I go back up these stairs, can I do anything? No. Can I do anything with this door? No. Can't go. Wait, can I squeeze in there? No. All right, this area that used to be blocked is now no longer blocked. I guess we're going right. Just gonna check left real quick. See if there's any stuff. Son, you better read this and get it through your thick head. Let me take you back to something that happened during the war. One day, some high and mighty military police from out of town got pissed drunk and decided to kick over a statue of Inari-sama. Even spat on it. The next morning, all the policemen were found dead in the waterway, their corpses bloated and heavy as hell. They got carted off to the medical examiner's office so the coroner could take a look. You know, that place a few minutes from us. I was one of the people who helped carry the bodies and watch them, so I saw everything with my own 2 eyes. When that doctor put his knife to their bellies and opened them up, a whole swamp of stomach-churning gunk came pouring out. And I don't mean their guts. From neck to navel, hell, even right up their asses, those bodies were stuffed full of decomposing rats, birds, frogs, snakes, you name it. And that look of frozen terror on their faces, I'll never forget that. Anyway, moral of the story is that you better not ever disrespect Inari-sama in any way, even if you're drunk. Is that the moral of the story? Ooh, there's something on the other side of the wagon, but I can't reach it. All signs point to Inari-sama. Okay, so that thing that I see on the other side of the cart, I can go get it if I run around. I'm gonna just run around. Because in this game, everything is like so important. Every little tiny thing, so. Am I running around the correct way? Yes, okay. Can't get through there. What do you want to bet I can no longer get through the other alley? Oh! Oops, she got me. Quick bandage of my crowbar. I really shouldn't be running. Like, part of the reason I'm having to do so many fights is that I'm running. Okay. So it looks like more and more we're the town sacrifice. Yeah? Damn. Traditionally, the residents of this town have long relied on folk medicine for medical care. Even to this day, a number of the more elderly members of the community still turn to herbal remedies over modern medicine. Too many times do I get these older patients come to me only after exhausting the usefulness of their traditional remedies. I just wish they would come to me sooner before it's too late for them. I was given the chance to discuss my concerns with one of the Iwais, a family who has stood as the town's physicians for generations, and to my pleasant surprise, they asked if I would give some talks to educate the elderly on modern medicine. I want to respect local traditions as best as I can, though, after all, folk medicine and modern medicine are just two sides of the same coin. I believe they can and should coexist with each other. Real men drink Otori beer. Not like those fake men. What's up, bitch? And now that's blocked. Okay. All right, cool. So we cannot go back. That's fine. To go get whatever that was. Obviously was supposed to have gotten it earlier, or perhaps I will get it later. Run away from Blob Guy. I've run away from him before. We're old friends at running away from stuff together. All right. So now we're going to go back to investigate the alleyways as we were told to do previously. And since this is kind of a new area, what's the plan, Candy? Can you not come upstairs? You can't stairs? You can't stairs? Ugh. Oh my god, is she broken? Okay. Alright, let me go check out this little courtyard before I move on. Don't really see anything. What about over here? Ugh. Killed by the camera angle. All right, let's check over here.
新しい武器を見つけなきゃ。
You don't need a new weapon. Unless maybe, I mean, if you find a new crowbar, that's fine. Or if you steal the baseball bat. Okay. All right. Okay, so it looks like there's a couple ways down. I'm gonna go. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's just go over here and check. Oh,
使えるものはないか。
dang. All right. Over the bridge. All right, we have made progress. Look at us. I can't believe it. I can't believe I made progress in this game. Oh, hell yeah. New steel pipe.
Ima, 何かが飛んでったぞ。
シュウ君、一緒に逃げよう。
Hmm. Something just flew by. Don't like the sound of flew at all. Do not want things to fly by. That might just be the last of me. That will be it. R.I.P. Ren. Something flew too close to her. Also, don't like hearing a pig snort. if we're talking about things I don't like hearing. Not, yeah, a pig snort is not my favorite in this context. In other contexts, might not be as big of a deal. All right.
二人はどこに？
Blocked.
Hinako, こっち!
Okay. Oh, hell no. That's new. We don't know what that is. Get up. Did it die? Okay. What the F was that? What was that? Okay. All right, we have a journal update. Okay, Aguro no Hote-sama. A clear medicinal infusion with a deep red color. This natural remedy is a traditional folk medicine used to alleviate and offer pain relief that can be ingested or applied to the affected area. It's also known in Ebisugeoka as Aguro no Hote-sama or Hote-sama's cure, and is still favored by a small minority of the town's elderly population who have a distaste for modern medicine. This is the middle school that I attended. It was built when the town was financially well off during the dam construction, so the beautiful facilities are at odds with the rest of the dull buildings in town. I think I met Rinko during my first year here. I remember her surprise when she heard that I called Shu partner. No, Steph, not a headache. Not a headache. I hope it goes away immediately. I banish you, headache. Mm-hmm. Step back, girls. This calls for a real show, a man. The hot-blooded baseball samurai steps up to the plate. Yeah, step back, girls. Step down, girls. Don't step up. Step down. Real men only. Candy's ass cheeks are here. If you see Candy's ass cheeks, just run. Just run. I think Candy is meant to be a doll, and those are supposed to be like the joints on a Barbie leg, you know? But they just look like a butt. So, yeah. Maybe it's both. Maybe they were trying to be cheeky. Oh. It's frail. No, not frail. Well, you can replace the scythe, which is also frail. So I'll just have one frail weapon at a time. All right, I guess we'll go in the basement. Just sat down with my coffee. Towels and linens have been put away and suitcase is half packed. Hello. You're at like, I would say 85% now based on my calculations. And we all know no one's ever been more amazing at math than me. Yes, blow the pressure out of your years, Steph. Make the years relax, okay? Make the years relax. Yeah. Why is the headache here trying to kill the vibe? You know? You've always said that about me, that literally no one's ever been better at math than me. Everyone says that about me. That's what I'm most known for above anything. Is that's why they gave me the Nobel Prize for math. Yeah, blow those years to the past. Oh, shit. We got a new one. Another new one. We must have taken a step forward in difficulty. Ooh. Oh my god. Is she vomiting on me? Girl, what? The hell is that? And, okay. So we're clearly in the middle school, right?
新しい武器を見つけなきゃ。
Because that was like a pile of schoolgirls all stapled together. This is truly not as bad. This was definitely much more PG. Yeah, blow the years to the past. Exactly. Literally invented math. You're right. I should stop being as humble as I am about math. Okay, you're not going to go under the tables with the grapes this year. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense because the grapes didn't really seem to produce good results last year anyway. So they may just be real bad at picking romantic partners. A face, two faces, three faces, four, a monster with a thronging mass of faces. I'm not familiar with any of these faces, yet they seem to know me. It spouts repulsive things, one after the other, violating the peace and quiet of wherever it goes. Wow. Who knew grapes were included in the group of people who don't want to work anymore that Kim Kardashian was talking about? Thronging mass. We'll have to remember thronging mass. All right, there's a shrine down here, it looks like. Maybe, yeah. Hey. Imagine trying to play this if you couldn't read. Yeah, you'd just be like, I guess I'll figure it out. All right, so the fact that there was a shrine there would seem to indicate that this is the correct place. Oh, power bank on the charger. Yes. A power bank makes a day of travel beautiful. And download shows, perhaps, or something, because it's a longish flight. You have anything you could download? Can you download Heated Rivalry?
嘘ついてるよね。
知らねえよ。
騙せてると思う？ひなこを。
ひなこ、遅かったな。
Fool me about what?
心配してなかったよ。相棒なら絶対に大丈夫って言ってた。
Can't wait till we get to kill this one.
ありがとう。
Journals. Yep. Yep. All right, we're in a new area. I wonder if there's anything over here. Nope. All right, let's just go. Going up the stairs. No longer blocked. Okay. That's clearly the path forward, but before I go forward, just gonna go the opposite direction from the direction they want me to go to see if they put any stuff for me. Toolkit, thank God. Okay, now we have 2 pipes, one perfectly new and one just a little bit dinged up. Okay. All right, we got what we can, but worth coming back here for a toolkit, for sure. All right, so we're gonna go around this corner. The school is there. Whole lot of exploratory areas coming up. All right. Okay, we got a dried carcass. Much celebration. Much celebration. What the fuck? Is he on fire? Good God. Oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God. Ew, he licked me. Ew, what the fuck? Ew. Ew, he stuck his tongue out at me. Oh God. Oh, he's so jumpy. Well, if I get out of this lick, ugh. Ew, no, it's another vomit monster. Okay, hold on. Give me a second to get out of here. All right. Okay. Update the Kindle. The ew being because he licked me instead. He literally has fungus growing out of his skull, amongst other things. Well, it's not the cutest world either in general, right? So. Oh, damn it. Okay.
まずいな。武器が壊れそうだ。
It's okay. You have another one. Don't panic. You're gonna be fine. Just don't let anyone lick you anymore, okay? Like, let's work on that. I just have to turn my camera off for a second to see if I can draw how much. Oh. I have 1300 faith, which if I get is enough to do the 500 health and the if I save it to do the health and the sanity, or the health and the stamina, or if I save it even longer to increase my Omamori slots, which I assume means I can use 2 at a time. So that would also be good. So I think I'm going to hold off and not draw one. And I'll just save instead. Yeah, Erin, tell us about the vacay. What's the itinerary? All right, nothing going on at this house. Just checking to see if anybody left any drugs on their porch, you know. Okay. If I'm doing something with that, it's not right now. All of these statues have blood on them, like they had their throats cut. And some of them are headless, but not all of them are headless, but some of them are. But even the ones that aren't headless, the ones that still have their heads have cut throats. So I wonder if that is, again, something to do with Inari-sama and being like, you know, eliminating competition or something, just like disrespecting other gods.
が壊れたらどうする？
Blocked. Okay. Okay. A type of revolving lantern that has a long history in Ibisugaoka. The picture silhouette rotates inside the lantern due to the air current from the candle. Normally, revolving lanterns are for entertainment, but the ones in Ibisugaoka were specifically used to ward off evil. There's a custom where women in unlucky ages hang it on their front door during Oban. Do we think this is an unlucky age? Surely not. Surely this era is not cursed in the slightest. Doing spy stuff, scouting, surveillance, rogue activity. Doing some rogue activity. Here's my school friends again.
やめてくれ。そんな話今はしたくない。
やめないよ。シュウ君がしっかりと現実を見るまでやめない。
だからやめてくれ。俺は。
なら言ってあげる。ひな子はね、死んだんだよ。ひな子は向こうの世界で楽しくやっているんだから。
相棒、遅かったな。
Can you imagine
さあ、
hers? We're a figment of his imagination? Are we haunting him? Is that why she said we sound manly? Is she making fun of him? Is he doing our voice? What's really embarrassing about this is earlier Steph was talking about how much the other kids from school were beating my ass, and I was like, joke's on them because they're dead and I'm not. But like, guess what? Guess who's dead? I think I'm like a high schooler, but it's hard to know, you know? Were? My personal theory is that I'm being held captive somewhere and I'm very close to death. That I have 1 foot in life and 1 foot in death.
鍵は学校にあるはずだ。
ちょっと休憩しようよ。
Oh, I got a trophy. Oh yes, because I've entered a new chapter. So we've completed the chapter Ebi Sugeoka 3, and now we're in the chapter Ebi Sugeoka Middle School. Yeah.
俺は鍵を探してくる。
分かった。
シュウ君が一緒じゃないと嫌だよ。心細いよ。お願い、一緒にいて。ね。
Too powerful.
別に俺が一緒じゃなくても。
相棒も
That
少
is
し休め。
true.
鍵は私が探す。
そうだよ。
And then we straight up murdered some
先頭で頑張っ
guys.
てたんだから後からついてくるだけだったひな子の方が余裕あるって。
おい、そんな言い方をするなよ。
And did some extremely dramatic inner child
二人とも
work
休んでてくれ。
therapy
行ってくる。
with Aaron's character. Involving me being a pinball and Aaron operating the pinball machine. So what, like you two are just gonna go hide? Are you serious? You're just gonna hide in there and I just what, patrol the school looking for stuff? Okay. Oh, we graduated the middle school, so we are not a middle schooler. They do. They hate me. They hate me. The last week, the girl, she pushed me down the stairs straight up trying to murder me. So it's not vibes. There's no subtext. It's actual text that she does not want me around. But I guess if she thinks I'm a ghost, then maybe. Yeah, am I a ghost or not? If I'm not a ghost and she tried to kill me because I'm a person, does that mean she's gaslighting him to trying to make him believe that I'm not there? Okay, there's the middle school plan. Oh, because I looked at a map on the wall. Now my map is filled in. If only I had known this and I guess could have looked for maps previously. I don't know. Okay, interesting. That does seem eviler. That would mean if that's the case, if I'm alive and she can see me, like if I'm physically in the same realm as them, which I'm not sure that I am, if I'm being totally honest, that seems eviler, yeah. Because, like, it's obviously very unclear what's even normal, right? Like, this town, there's nothing about this town that says, no, this is definitely reality, you know? So, the town to me, I mean, it's slightly more real than the Shadow Realm only because it's my actual hometown as far as I know, right? Origami of rumors. Ha! Looks like someone heard my prayers. To whichever god who answered them. Thank you. Okay. All right, so here's
つより古いとか、
Okay.
ダム建設で一山当てた成金がわざわざここに学校を建てたって聞いたことがある。
All right. So dried carcass. Now we have enough to get another Omamori slot if we want. The only thing that has been a higher amount of faith points has been the combs, the hair combs. But other than the hair combs, the dried carcass is like the king, you know? So I can't walk around. There's some kind of bridge between the two buildings up there, which is kind of interesting. All right. So let's go back in here. All right. So we can't go in that room. Let's try this one. Can't go in that room. Can't go in that room. Can't go in that room. To all faculty on patrol duty, to prevent students from going to the second floor, please ensure the corridor is locked at the end of the day. On patrol this week, Vice Principal Matsuo. Do you think the Vice Principal will have the key in his room, or do you think his ghost monster will be there and we'll have to fight him?
ボックスが開かない。鍵がいる。空っぽか。 これで戦える。
Two brand new steel pipes. Vice Principal, please do not lock the key to the second floor in the desk drawer. It's impossible to open when you're not present. All right, we got to go find the Vice Principal, kill him, get the desk key, and then get... Okay. All right, that's a door that opens. Let's see if there's anything in any little cubbies. To all student, the game known as the Fox's Sacrifice is hereby banned. Partaking in this recent fete is forbidden, and any students caught playing it will have their parents or guardians notified and be severely punished. Okay, so we learned about the Fox's Sacrifice, not the game, but like the actual Fox's Sacrifice, in the last time we were in the sort of the divine realm or the shadow realm or the sacred realm where the Fox Mask is. And what we learned is that this town used to have a sort of scapegoat ritual where they would kill and drain the blood completely from a member of the specific family. It has to be people from the specific family and their specific family line. And then their blood is made as a sacrifice to the fox god and Arisama to prevent like him from cursing the town and bad monsters and stuff and disease and stuff. Another thing we learned while we were there going through scrolls in the library of the divine realm or whatever it was, is that that family line is, of course, the main character's family line. So we had also previously found a note written by someone, we don't know who, that they wanted our blood and that our blood belonged to them and we belonged to them. And I think there's like a few different ways to read the note, which is we could literally be talking about a literal fox god that someone's literally getting sacrificed to. We can be talking about someone who thinks that's what's going on, some kind of serial killer or whatever. Maybe the serial killer doesn't know who in the town is from this family that it has to be, and he's just killing girls from various different families, whatever. And then specifically we're being stalked by a student, and the fox spirit stuff is all just metaphor. So why is there so much reading? I know there's a lot of reading in this game. All right, so we can jump out that window if we need to. The guy is our best friend. We have a platonic relationship. And that's because our main character, what do I want to say? Oh, she has a little bit of some gender stuff going on, that there kind of has been, throughout the game a little bit. Basically, she has noticed that, whenever girls grow up and become women and get married, that ruins their lives and they're not the same anymore, and they become like shadows of their former selves. And so she does not appreciate or embrace girlhood or womanhood at all. And her primary friendships have been with boys in town, and she prefers the type of pursuits that are more socially acceptable for the boys in the town versus the ones that are more socially acceptable for the girls. Also, when she wanted to hurt our feelings, the girl who tried to kill us, also accused us of acting masculine and talking masculine. So, yeah, so there's a lot going on with all of that. So, yeah. I don't know if it's that she's not like other girls, or if she really does see that womanhood is kind of a raw deal in Japan in the 1960s. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily get a not like other girls vibe, as in she thinks of herself as not like other girls, in the sense that she doesn't want the stuff that like, she's not trying to get a boyfriend or a husband or any of that. She's not interested in any of that. Whereas some of the other girls her age are, and she's been just kind of commenting on it because there's a difference. But again, I'm not sure it's like, I'm not like other girls. Other girls are dumb and just want to get married and have babies. I think it's more like, oh my God, I don't want to get married and have babies. When people get married and have babies, their lives are over. It's terrible. I don't want that to happen to me. So it's a rejection of it, but I don't see it as not like other girls, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's the 60s, so it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So anyway. But yeah, so there's some complexity going on there, so I hesitate to write it off as not like other girls. I'm holding space for it to be a more complex examination of gender than that. There's a little bit of a radio noise that follows me around places. Exactly. Like, I totally get it. I also reject womanhood as the social construct as it is in the United States today. Like, no, thank you. So, all right. Like, as far as like what my obligations are, you know. All right. So we have lockers with names. We're going to have to find codes somehow. I don't know if y'all can hear it or if it's just because I have headphones on. There is a faint radio noise that kind of follows me everywhere. This thing better not come to life. School founder's anecdote. Buy as much of that mountain's land as you can. Borrow money if you must, for it will surely bring you great wealth. Shortly thereafter, the county commenced their dam construction plan, and the mountain Mr. Yuneda had purchased was indeed a boon. He spent every last yen he earned on his hometown of Ebisugeoka. One result of his generosity was Ebisugeoka Middle School. Mr. Yuneda donated the Inari statue and housed it inside the small shrine seen on school grounds as his way of saying thanks to the fox who blessed him. The desk drawers in the teacher's storage room have locks, but they're such bad quality that they're practically useless. Just the other day, I tried using a hairpin to open it, and what do you know? It popped open almost immediately. What's the use for these secure drawers when they aren't keeping anything safe? Okay. So we may not be looking for necessarily a key to open that drawer as much as a just like a lockpick or something that could be used as a lockpick. All right. Specifically some, like her father's a domestic abuser and her sister, something seems to be going on with her sister. Like they used to be best friends until her sister moved away, got married. Vacation already a success for bedtime. Okay, before I jump out that window, let me hit the other two doors. They may be locked, but let's just... That one needs a key. So there's a lot, and the other thing is a lot of this stuff is revealed in her journal. So like you saw, or I don't know if you, sometimes when she interacts with the world, there'll be like a journal update, and I've learned that you have to kind of look at those every time or else you won't really know everything that's going on. Which is very Dark Souls as well. Or not, maybe not Dark Souls, Bloodborne specifically. You have to read everything you pick up in order for it to all make sense. All right, we need a key. Okay, so we need a key there. One of the rooms downstairs, we need a key. I feel we now must go out the window. Okay, back downstairs we go. Alright, I have a feeling we're gonna be in a fight or that guy. Ugh. Alright. Oh. Okay, so the thing about him, and I've dealt with him before, he can't really be killed. He just has to be avoided. And the last time I had an encounter with him, I had to avoid him while doing a bunch of things that took time. So I suspect that will happen again. And that's very annoying for me. Okay, so I assume we have to explore this courtyard. Okay, that's annoying. Use a sledgehammer. Hold R2. When losing focus, you'll remain where you are and take a defensive stance. Allows you to block. Okay. When your focus is full, use R1 to switch from a defensive position and release a focus attack. Okay. Interesting. Let's give it a whirl. Anima! Okay, so that's blocked. So the next place that we want to go is we want to come off of here and go down and to the right. Okay. Alright, so that building that they're in, there's probably something there. Let me just go back in here for a second and let everyone chill out. Okay, so that building that's in the bottom left corner, inside of it there was a candy. And so that says to me that I probably need to go in it. Also, the structure that's like straight ahead of me, there seemed to be indicating that I need to go. The one that's in the bottom right corner, they seem to be indicating that I need to go in there as well. I'm gonna get the knife. And I'm gonna go first to, oops, I seem to have, first I'm gonna go to the one that's across the way. And kill the candy inside. There will be one trying to surprise me. Or maybe I can get her to come out. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna run over here. Okay. All right, so we got what was in that building, which was a carcass. So now we need to go back past everyone to the building in the opposite corner. All right, let's fucking go. I'm gonna swing left because I think he's on the right. Yeah. And I'm gonna angle over now. Girl. Okay. I always despised her. She goes around pretending like she doesn't want to be a girl when she knows full well she's so much cuter than everyone else. She makes me sick. Yeah, see. There's something going on with the main character where she really doesn't want to be a girl. Okay, we got the lockpick. All right. There may be other stuff out here, but I don't want to push my luck. I think my best bet is to just scoot. Oh shit. Okay, so we now have the key to the second floor. I want to go use the shrine, so I'm going to go out of this office. And then I'm going to loop around. The creepy laughs were bad. They were... Okay. All right. First of all, let's pray. I think we should increase Omamori slots, even though what I really want is I want more health. But let me also, let me enshrine some things and maybe I'll get enough. Okay, I just need to mute my camera for a second. Okay, so if I want to increase my health as well, I need 160 more faith points. So do I have 160 worth of stuff? Okay, I have chocolate and higashi together. They're 160. Okay. Sure. All right, so we'll pray again. Oh, but I don't have the thing. Okay, that's fine. I forgot. All right, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go in my equipment and check my ornament situation. So right now I'm increasing my stamina. I can also increase my health. Let's do that for now. And then I'm just gonna save it again. And it's midnight. Okay. Okay, so we now know the next thing to do is to go upstairs. So all the way to the end of the hallway. Don't get close to them. And they won't bother you. Fourth place, Asakura Ayumi, 479 points. I think that's gonna be the locker. Let me just write it down. Okay, 479. Before I go any farther up here, I'm gonna go deal with that locker. In case we don't go back down after whatever happens. Okay, so we're going back to the lockers. All right, the girls are gone. Was this not the locker room? Oh, that's the locker room. No. All right, this is the locker room. All right, it's not 479. Not for that locker anyway. Okay. All right, let's read AOI Takeshi, is that it? Takeshi, yes. Okay, let me write that down as well. We're looking for a reference to AOI Takeshi. There's like a detective portion of this game, and then there's like a running for your life portion of this game. Like Sherlock Holmes and zombies. Okay, so those doors require keys. Anti-comb. Okay. Amazing. The only thing better than a dried carcass is an antique comb. All right, we found the other staircase, but we also have her old classroom. Let's go.
何？
She should just disappear. I hope someone kills her or abducts her. I don't care. Just whatever gets Hinako out of my life once and for all. Is this Rinko's handwriting? Okay, so this desk was Shu's desk. Unopened envelope. Hinako isn't coming. I'm sorry for lying to you, but I thought that I needed to get you alone to find out how you truly feel. Look into your heart and try opening this box with your true feelings. Do you remember that day when just the two of us went to that cafe? We talked about how it felt like we were delinquents since we were supposed to be going to school that day. But you know what? I didn't care what other people thought about us because as long as I could spend time with you, that was all I needed. We both ordered the same cake that day. I can still remember how my heart almost burst out of my chest the moment the same words flowed from those lips. The sweet and tart fruit on the cake, the taste still lingers in my mouth like it was yesterday. Do you still remember the taste too? Wow, okay. Intense. I sat here and behind me was Rinko. She used to give me the right answers. You sure the answers were right? How are your grades? Was it good Stormlight vibes to have the creepy laughter in the background? Yeah, total freaks. Total freaks. Yeah. Final load of laundry. Hey! All right. Just more evidence that everyone hated us. Okay. So now we're trying to figure out how to get out of here. Okay. Okay. So, corn. Then down is then it's pumpkin on the right. Oops. We'll call this flower. I think it is, it's actually Sakura, so. And cherries. All right. So on the opposite side, we have sushi. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to call it pie. Eggplant. Strawberry. Okay. Okay. Unopened envelope. So you did remember. Well, that makes me feel very special. By the way, are you over Hinako now? I apologize if I sound blunt, but I want to make it clear. That girl is dead. I know you're going through a rough time right now and you must be in so much pain, but you know I can be there for you. Would you rather go through it yourself still? I can picture us slowly unfolding the pages of our hearts, talking about all the small, mundane details of our day-to-day lives. By filling up one journal after another with our thoughts, I know we can make a fresh start, a blank page upon which we can write the new story of our lives. Surely you can see it too. Oh. Another box. Okay. Unopened envelopes. I'm glad to hear that you're trying to stay positive. And remember, I'll always be here for you if you need anything. You know, you're not the only one who's sad because Hinako's no longer with us. If the two of us could huddle together, we could soothe this pain that bites like the cold of winter. And then surely spring will arrive, welcoming us with sakura in full bloom to celebrate our union. Can you picture the beautifully blooming sakura awaiting us? Okay. Dear Shu, I like you, I love you, I always have, and I always will. I'll be waiting to hear what you think about me. Second floor classroom, generic key. What is this? Wait, no, don't hit it. Did you just hit yourself in the face? What is that? Is that some kind of dead bird? Dang. Okay. Well, that was cool.
ひなこはお友達といつまでも一緒にいたい。
Mm-hmm.
お姉ちゃん
All right, this is a sister.
お友達は永遠じゃないのよ。彼らだっていつか必ずあなたを裏切る。あなたが裏切り者と呼ばれたように。
お姉ちゃん
天秤にかける価値があるかどうか。しっかりと判断しなさい。
それってどういう
Oh my goodness. Okay, journal's been updated. All right. So we've updated Space Wars. Not to brag, but we've taken down the enemy's mothership, the giant UFO, on many occasions. However, each time that happened, the Galactic Imperium would deploy more and more troops for their home planet. As we grew older, we were able to have a better understanding of heroes by watching television, and I think we came up with some elaborate backstories for the enemy leaders. By this time, it was a world that only Shu and I knew. This used to be a lively town with an ample labor force for construction and coal mining when the school was built. The town was always bustling and the school was full of students. The students at the time studied how to further improve the town as adults. The students of our time now study so that we can leave to go to a bigger town when we're adults. A world that's not a playground like an elementary school, but not as mature as a high school. Middle school to me was like the stage between a tadpole and a frog. I guess you could say it's a period of grotesque transformation. Up until elementary school, Shu and I would have had water fights, and we wouldn't mind if our underwear showed. Once we entered middle school, though, while we might not have paid any mind to things like that, others around us did. It just felt like our world changed in a snap. Boys and girls used to think of one another as mortal enemies, always bickering and fighting each other, but now it suddenly turned into such a weird dynamic where we have to treat each other in a completely different way. It's fine for people who want to do that because the people around them are doing the same, but for someone like me who really couldn't care less about what people think, that's not the case. Yeah, I think she's... Origami of grievances. There's a custom that's said to get rid of your worries like magic. You write grievances that you can't tell anyone on a piece of paper, fold it into an origami fox, and then throw it somewhere no one else will find it. If you happen to come across someone's origami of grievance, you can put it to rest by reading it. No matter what's written on it, you have to keep the information to yourself and not tell a single soul. It's a tradition that's been in this town for ages, but it was particularly popular with middle schoolers. Some kids would indirectly bully others by writing gossip about people they hated and making sure to put it in a place they would find it. I personally don't like to write things about people or read them for that matter, says the girl keeping the most detailed journal of all time. They say that you can put those complaints to rest by reading them, so I make an effort to read them out. But to be honest, I'd rather not pick them up when I see them. I remember Rinko folding up origami all the time. I don't know what was on them, but I saw her writing down things during class and folding paper into foxes on multiple occasions. She keeps writing her complaints on pieces of paper, but instead of burning them, she just decides to throw them in the void and let them accumulate. I think that maybe one day all of those grievances will pile up and suffocate her. Sakuko says that if you put something as abstract as your feelings into words, even as a complaint, that will be enough to put your heart to rest. When you're feeling down, it's like having clothes scattered around in your room. And when you write it into words, it's like you're folding them into nice and neat piles. It's basically like organizing your feelings and folding them away to put them to rest with Inari-sama. This is apparently the real magic behind the origami of grievances. Suitcase 3 packed. All Erin has to do now is pack toiletries technology, and that will probably happen in the morning. Yes, because you're going to want to use it until the very last minute. I know I keep mentioning it, but this is an insane amount of reading. Maybe this is the perfect game. You love reading. R2, L2. Okay. Rinko is always asking whether Shu and I are an item. I tell her every time we're not, but she never seems to buy it. I heard a rumor that Rinko was gossiping about me behind my back. I suppose love can tear apart even the closest of friends. I don't know what to do. Surely you love it more than me. Surely you love reading more than I do. I could put it on Goodreads. I should check and see if Silent Hill F is on Goodreads. A particularly suspicious monster that walks around on all fours. The greedily staring eyes, the greasy palms, the disgusting way it acts all chummy with me. All of it is completely repulsive. What's more, it never even bothers with guys. Typical. Oh, is that Rinko? All right, we have successfully... All right. All right, a classroom we couldn't get into before. We have the gate key. Ayumi from the track and field club said that she found the key with key box written on it during practice. If she still hasn't gotten it back to you, then she probably left it in her locker when she went to change. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if she forgot. She looked exhausted after practice. Okay, well, that's that girl. We got to find the code to her locker. Liar, 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 liar. Okay. So if Rinko keeps swearing up and down that we're dead. Origami of grievances. TT is the most disgusting person I've ever met. I wish someone would destroy her locker. If anyone wants to make my wish come true, her locker combination is 377. Okay, perfect. Thank you, angry person. I would love to help you with that. Okay. Hey guys. Don't mind me. Okay, we can be cool. No, no, we can be cool. I said we can be cool. Ugh. Oh my god, what the fuck? They did not used to be this bad at all. Why are you guys like this? Oh my god, are they following me? These girls in this town are making it hard for me to be a girl's girl. I'm gonna just be honest about that. Excuse me, I'm so angry right now. I apologize. I'm gonna try and be up. Okay. Yeah, so these, we don't, the goal with these ones is not to fight them, but like if you don't get too close to them, they leave you alone, you know? Okay, locker room. All right. 3, 7, 7. Are you serious? It's not 479 or 377? The game is just fucking with me now. Ugh. I have the key to that gate. There's gotta be maybe another locker room. We couldn't get in here before. Maybe this is... Okay, friends. Here's the deal. I don't know if I have a lot of patience left for this tonight. And it's nothing to do with the game this time, really. It's literally just like my level of exhaustion from, you know, everything that's been going on with all the streaming and everything. So I'm just now trying to think if I guess I have to go in the stupid main hall. So if it's too hard for me to find another key, I may just have to try again some other time. But we'll see. We'll see how I do. Now, what are you doing? All right, so... Oh, how I wish I could just climb inside his locker and drown in his smell. I can't believe his combination is the same as his name. A01. That's so cute of him using his name and code. Okay, another freak. A01 is either 401 or 101. I assume it's 401. Locker room key. I'm a mermaid. The sea is calling out to me. I can't believe the school doesn't even have a pool. The sea, the best thing in the world. That's so lovely. It's now my locker combination. 534 for her. Okay. So his textbook or his locker is the one that's
暗号のメモか。
open. Key. What the hell? All right. Key is what? Blank 3x. And then C, SEE, is 533. If you want to do Kiko, it's, okay, so 1 is 1 and 0 equals 0. I think they're trying to tell me it's the numbers that look like the letters. So.
まだまだ子供だな。
Isaka Ayumi, row 4, line 2. I think we already know that though, because we already found it. So I guess that's if we didn't find the desk first, that would tell us which desk to look at. Okay. Miki, I have absolutely no idea how that crazy formula spells Scaries, but I love you too. Okay, so I love you is A1S1TERU. Hopefully we're gonna get enough. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that's what it's so funny because you go from having to be like a detective and figure out puzzles to having to like fight for your life. All right. Okay, so 4151 plus 3 times the square root of 6. Well, we already know what the answer is. Okay, so we can leave, right? And just go back to town. Well, not back to town, but back to the school. All right, we're going to the locker room. This friggin' locker is 401. Origami of grievances. I happened to find out Suga's locker combination. It's probably Suga, but the weird thing is when you convert it to code, it looks like a cry for help. What am I supposed to do? It's not like I can do anything. Suga equals help. Okay. All right, let's go in the other locker room and be annoyed. All my positivity has worn off. Okay, so this is Asuka. So she is 534. She has the key, cabinet key. Suga. SOS. 505. That's got to be what it is. Yep. School bag. My school bag's up. Oh, more inventory. Oh my gosh. Okay. TT 377. A new Omamori. All right. Okay, so blood on the camera. Key to the mountains. Mm-hmm. Okay. before we go to the mountains, we are going to go save. And then depending on how involved going to the mountains, like if it's one thing to just, I'm going to run back to the room and then we're all going to have a cutscene and go to the mountains, fine. But if I have to fight a boss, you know, we'll see. You know what I mean? But while we're here, we're going to enshrine the comb. Where is the comb? Oh, here it is. And free up an inventory slot. So now we have 2 inventory slots. All right. Oh, I'm losing my brains. There's so much more thinking in this game than I thought there would be. I thought it would just be me crying like a little baby in the corner. But it's not. Okay. So I've put on a buff to weapons with high durability, which is the crowbar. And now
私と二人で新しい宇宙戦争を始めようよ。シュウ君が望むなら
相棒の役でも悪の女幹部の役でもいいんだよ。
weird.
鍵見つけたぞ。
おかえり。面倒をかけたな。相棒も休めよ。俺たち先に休んだから。
休みなよ。私とシュウ君で寝ずの番をしててあげるから。
いや、私は本当に大丈夫。
ひなこ、休めよ。あとは俺たちが見張っておくから。
おやすみ、ひなこ。
Oh no, don't put me to sleep. No, don't put me to sleep. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Shadow Realm. So this is where we'll stop for tonight, and then next week we'll pick up in the Shadow Realm.
でもさ、
Yeah, too busy problem solving to cry. Some of this stuff makes me so mad, like that I literally can't get scared, which is kind of interesting. Maybe that's the solution to anxiety. It's just being totally pissed off like 132% of the time. Did I just solve mental health?
君に命を救われ魂を奪われた私だ。今度は私が君の魂を救い古き君の命を奪おう。
Oh! Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
無理しなくていい。まだ休んでいるといい。
起きられます。
清めの水が少し強すぎたのかもしれない。君は思った以上に繊細で敏感なようだ。
Oh, okay, so he gave us divine, something divine, and that's why we burnt up last time.
ミナコ、
Possibly, if he's telling the truth this time. But he did say we were just...
先に進もう。
Oh, yeah. Okay. Holy cow. Interesting. I'm gonna end it there because it's either that or like risk a like real rage freak out trying to attempt to do this level of some kind where I just like delete the channel. So okay, so we got 2 chapters done. We got Town 3 and Middle School. So that brings the total chapters done from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. We've done 6 so far. And including the level we're on now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, you know, 40-ish %, a third to 40% of the way through the game. So, not too bad, not too bad. I really thought when I was looking, I know it's like only 2 streams left. I think once I'm taking tomorrow off from streaming, and then Thursday I won't be streaming here, but I am streaming on Thursday just somewhere else. So I'm streaming Baldur's Gate 3 with Steph from Fallen to Steph for her Patreon. And so I'm also going to not be here Tuesday, which means I'm going to have to do 2 streams on Wednesday unless I get, you know, unless something radically changes. But I am pretty tired after all the streaming this weekend, so I think I do need to just like take tomorrow off and do an attitude adjustment. Get my attitude adjustment. Go to the attitude chiropractor and have them crack my tude. So but yeah, oh my gosh, okay. I don't know that I feel like any mysteries have been solved. I do know that I trust the humans less and the fox more. And last time I was kind of like, last time I was still not trusting the humans, but I was a little bit concerned about the fox. Basically, the big thing is the doll that we think is maybe our sister is telling us not to trust the fox. So that's the main reason why we haven't been, and also that there is some kind of serial killer in town. And so there's a reason to be suspicious of just kind of like any men in general. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I will be back next week to stream more at this same time from this same game. And that'll be the first Sunday Scaries of 2026 on January 4th at 10 p.m. Eastern USA time, which is 9 Central, 8 Mountain, 7 Pacific. And I will see you all another time. Bye.